It is 2025, and the world is calling. But where do you go? Well, we've gone above and beyond to bring you the best of the best, the creme de la creme, the top 10 must-visit countries for 2025. So don't forget to grab your passport and take notes, because these countries are where you want to be this year. Starting at number 10, we have Morocco, a country where golden deserts collide with cobalt blue cities, and every corner feels like a page from a storybook. Let's start with the iconic. First, Marrakesh, the beating heart of Morocco. Lose yourself in its labyrinthine medinas, where the scent of saffron and the echoes of snake charmers' flutes fill the air. Don't miss the Majorelle Gardens, a botanical oasis that inspired Yves Saint Laurent, or the Bahia Palace, where every tile tells a story. Then wander north to Chefchaouen, the blue pearl of the Rif Mountains. This isn't just a city, it's a living painting, where every alleyway glows in shades of cerulean and indigo. Pro tip: visit at dawn to see the light dance on the walls without the crowds. And in Fez, step back in time. The gates of Fez lead to the world's largest car-free urban zone, where donkeys still cart goods through 1,200-year-old streets. Hidden here, the Al-Qarawiyyin University, the oldest existing degree-granting university on Earth. But Morocco isn't just cities. The Atlas Mountains offer hikes through terraced valleys and Berber villages where time stands still. Keep your eyes peeled for the famous tree-climbing goats. Yes, goats scaling argan trees like furry acrobats. Then venture south to the Sahara Desert. Spend a night under a blanket of stars in a luxury Bedouin camp. Ride camels across dunes that glow like molten gold at sunrise, and let the silence of the desert reset your soul. And don't miss Casablanca's Hassan II Mosque. Its 700-foot minaret towers over the Atlantic, and its mosaic floors can hold 25,000 worshippers. It's a marvel of human and divine ambition. Now let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget $800 to $1,200, including Riyadh stays, Sahara tours, and meals so flavorful, you'll mourn every bland bite back home. Pro tip: bargain hard in the souks. That antique lamp was probably made last Tuesday. Ready to rewrite your travel bucket list? The journey's just beginning. In the 9th place, we have Bosnia and Herzegovina, a land where emerald valleys cradle ancient towns, and east meets west in a harmony of church bells and call to prayer. Let's begin where cultures collide. Start in Sarajevo, the European Jerusalem. Here, Ottoman-era mosques stand beside synagogues and Austro-Hungarian cafes. Walk the same streets where World War I began. Then ride the cable car to Mount Trebovich for panoramic views that'll steal your breath and your camera roll. Next, Mostar, home to the iconic Starry Most. Watch daredevils leap from this 16th century bridge into the Neretva River's icy waters. Or join locals at sunset for a coffee ritual older than your great-grandparents. For fairy tale charm, head to Jajja. This medieval town hides a fortress perched above Pliva Waterfall, where water cascades into the heart of the old town. It's like stepping into a Tolkien novel, if Tolkien added Bosnian coffee breaks. Beyond cities, Bosnia's wilderness will leave you speechless. Perusica, Europe's last rainforest, is a Jurassic Park-esque wonderland where 200-foot pines tower over mossy trails. Hidden inside, the Skakovac waterfall, a 246-foot veil of water roaring into the abyss. Then there's the Bosnian pyramids, a controversial marvel in Visoko. Whether you believe they're ancient wonders or quirky geology, hiking their slopes feels like solving a real-life Indiana Jones riddle. And along the Una River, kayak through turquoise rapids so clear, you'll swear the water's photoshopped. Now let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget $600 to $900, including cozy guest houses, hearty meals, and enough Siva PI to make your cardiologist nervous. Time your visit for May to June when wildflowers bloom and crowds are thinner than a Bosnian winter coat. At number 8, we have Indonesia, a sprawling archipelago where dragons roam, temples touch the clouds, and every island feels like a new world. Let's dive into the magic. Yes, Bali is iconic. Surf its legendary breaks, chase waterfalls in Ubud's jungles, or party in Seminyak until the sun rises. But Indonesia's soul stretches far beyond. Fly to Java, where Yogyakarta guards ancient secrets. Climb the stairs of Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple, at dawn. As mist lifts, you'll watch 2,600 years of history unfold across its stone-carved stupas. Then head north to Sumatra. Trek Gunung Loyser, national park where orangutans swing through rainforests so lush you'll forget what century you're in. And in Medan, feast on rendang so rich it's been crowned the world's most delicious dish. For raw adventure, Flores is your gateway. Hike to Kelimutu's tri-coloured volcanic lakes, where waters shift from turquoise to blood red overnight. Then sail to Komodo Island, home to dragons that have ruled these lands for 4 million years. Yes, they're real. And yes, they're terrifyingly majestic. Divers, don't miss Raja Ampat. Plunge into its coral wonderlands, where manta rays glide and pygmy seahorses hide. It's the Amazon of the sea. 75% of Earth's marine species live here. Now let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget 500 to 1,000, hostels in Bali, homestays in Flores, and nasi goreng so cheap you'll eat like a sultan on a student's budget. Time your trip May to September for dry season bliss. In the 7th place, we have Mexico, a land where ancient pyramids pierce the clouds, jungles hide turquoise cenotes, and every meal feels like a celebration. Let's dive into the magic. Start in Mexico City, a metropolis where Aztec ruins collide with neon-lit modernity. Wander the Zocalo, where the Templo Mayor's ancient stones whisper secrets of the Aztec Empire. Then, float through the surreal Biblioteca Vasconcelos, a library so futuristic it feels like a spaceship landed in the 16th century. For coastal bliss, Puerto Vallarta delivers. Surf golden beaches by day, feast on fresh ceviche by night, and dance to mariachi bands under strings of papal picado. But Mexico's crown jewels? Its pyramids. Climb Teotihuacan's Pyramid of the Sun at dawn, where the ancients worshipped gods of fire and sky. Or stand beneath Chichen Itza's serpent-headed stairs, a wonder so precise it predicts equinoxes with shadows. Beyond cities, Mexico's wild side awaits. Plunge into the cenotes of Yucatan, crystal caves where sunlight filters through jungle roots into pools so blue they'll haunt your dreams. Hike the Copper Canyon, a network of gorges 4 times larger than the Grand Canyon, where the Tarahumara people run ultramarathons in handmade sandals. Or lose yourself in Oaxaca's misty cloud forests, where wild orchids bloom and mezcal flows like water. This is Mexico untamed. Now let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget 700 to 1,500, street tacos for $1, boutique hotels in colonial towns, and enough guacamole to float a canoe. Time your visit November to April for dry season perfection. At number 6, we have Turkey, a country where continents collide, ancient empires whisper from stone, and every cent in the bazaar tells a story. Let's unravel the magic. Begin in Istanbul, the bridge between Europe and Asia. Stand beneath the Hagia Sophia, where Byzantine hymns once echoed under the same dome that now hears the Muslim call to prayer. Then, lose yourself in the Grand Bazaar, a labyrinth of 4,000 shops where saffron, silk and silver have traded hands for 500 years. Pro tip: haggle like a sultan, but save your lira for baklava so sweet it'll make your teeth hum. Just steps away, the Blue Mosque shimmers with 20,000 Iznik tiles, while the Topkapi Palace guards Ottoman treasures so opulent they'd make Midas blush. For pure wonder, fly to Cappadocia. Float over its Martian landscape at dawn, where fairy chimneys pierce mist like stone sentinels. Then descend into Derinkuyu, an underground city carved 18 stories deep. a labyrinth where 20,000 people once hid from invaders. Head south to the Turquoise Coast, where Oludenis's lagoon glows like liquid sapphire, and Patara Beach stretches 12 miles without a single high-rise. Prefer terra firma? Pamacol's cotton-white thermal pools have been healing travellers since Roman times. Now let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget 900 to 1800, homestays in Cappadocia, hammam splurges, and kebabs so juicy, you'll mourn every dry burger back home. Time your visit April to June or September to October to dodge summer's scorching crowds. In the 5th place, we have the United States of America, a land so vast it's a dozen countries in one. From skyscrapers that kiss the clouds to deserts where time stands still, let's explore the ultimate road trip. Start in New York City, where ambition hums in the subway and Broadway lights never dim. Walk the Brooklyn Bridge at dawn, when the skyline glows like a steel and glass cathedral. Then, chase the Pacific Coast Highway to LA, where palm trees frame Hollywood's hills and taco trucks fuel eternal summers. Prefer quirk? Austin's barbecue pits and indie music scene will steal your heart. But America's soul isn't just in cities. New Orleans dances to jazz spun from struggle and joy, while Savannah's oak-shrouded squares whisper secrets of the Old South. For raw wonder, America's parks are your playground. Yellowstone boils with geysers and herds of bison that'll make you feel Jurassic Park levels small. Hike the Grand Canyon's south rim at sunset, when shadows carve the rock into a billion-year-old story. Crave tropical? Hawaii's Nepali coast stuns with emerald cliffs plunging into turquoise waves, or snorkel Molokini Crater, where sea turtles glide like living myths. And in Alaska, glaciers carve with thunderous roars, while the northern lights paint winter skies in neon green. This is America at its most untamed. Now let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget 1,500 to 3,000. Motel road trips, national park passes, and diner pancakes so fluffy they'll ruin IHOP forever. Time your visit April to June or September to October for mild weather and fewer crowds. At number 4, we have France, a country where every cobblestone whispers history, every bite tastes like art, and landscapes shift from sun-kissed vineyards to snow-crowned Alps. Let's embark on a journey through elegance and adventure. Begin in Paris, where the Seine River mirrors the city's golden glow. Climb Montmartre's steps to Sacré-Cœur, where street artists paint dreams onto canvases, then lose yourself in the Louvre's labyrinth, home to Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile. But France's magic stretches beyond Paris. In Lyon, wander secret passageways called traboules, relics of the Renaissance, and taste Michelin-starred dishes in bistros where chefs are rock stars. Or chase the sun to the French Riviera, where Nice's turquoise waves meet pastel-hued villages like Saint-Paul-de-Vence, a haven for Picasso and Chagall. Venture to Provence, where lavender fields bloom in June, painting the countryside in purple perfume. Follow winding roads to Gorges du Verdon, Europe's answer to the Grand Canyon, where emerald waters carve through limestone cliffs. In winter, Chamonix beckons skiers to the roof of Europe, Mont Blanc. Prefer vin over vertigo? Bordeaux's vineyards offer tastings in chateaux so grand you'll feel like royalty. And don't miss Loire Valley, where fairy tale castles like Chambord rise from misty forests, their spires piercing the sky. Now, let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget 1,200 to 2,500. Charming chambres d'hôte, train rides through rolling hills, and baguettes so crisp they'll ruin supermarket bread forever. Time your visit May to June for lavender blooms or September for harvest festivals and golden light. In the 3rd place, we have Japan, a country where ancient shrines stand beside robot cafes, and every season paints the land in cinematic beauty. Let's dive into a world where tradition dances with tomorrow. Start in Tokyo, a metropolis where the future feels now. Lose yourself in the pixelated frenzy of Shibuya Crossing, Then unwind in a Shinjuku izakaya where sushi melts like butter and sake flows like liquid courage. Next, Kyoto, a living museum. Walk under Fushimi Inari's 10,000 vermilion torii gates, or join a tea ceremony so precise it's like watching poetry in motion. And in 2025, there is Osaka's Expo, a global showcase of tech and culture, where robots serve ramen and AI predicts your next vacation. But Japan's soul isn't all neon. Hiroshima's Peace Memorial Park whispers resilience, a poignant reminder to chase light even in darkness. For pure magic, time your trip to Sakura season. Picnic under cherry blossoms in Tokyo's Ueno Park, where petals fall like pink snow, or hike Mount Fuji's slopes as summer sun ignites its volcanic crown. In winter, Hokkaido transforms into a snow globe, ski Niseko's powder, then soak in an onsen under the Northern Lights' green glow. Prefer tropical. Okinawa's turquoise waters and coral reefs rival the Maldives, minus the jet lag. And don't miss Hakone, where hot springs steam beside Lake Ashi's mirror-like surface. This is Japan at its most zen. Now let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget $1,500 to $3,000. Capsule hotels, Shinkansen passes and ramen so rich you'll mourn instant noodles forever. Visit March to May for cherry blossoms or October to November for autumn's fiery foliage. The runner-up on our list is Spain, a country where passion pulses through cobblestone streets, sun-drenched coasts, and plates of paella so vibrant they're practically art. Let's ignite your wanderlust for a land that never sleeps. Begin in Barcelona, where Gaudi's surreal architecture bends reality. Climb the kaleidoscopic towers of Sagrada Familia, a church 140 years in the making. Or lose yourself in the Gothic quarter's shadowy alleys, where tapas bars serve patatas bravas so good, they'll ruin fries forever. Next, Madrid, a city that lives mañana. Feast on churros dipped in molten chocolate at San Ginés. Then watch the best football team ever at the Santiago Bernabeu. But Spain's soul burns brightest in Andalusia. In Sevilla, flamenco's raw emotion will leave you breathless, while Granada's Alhambra Palace, a Moorish masterpiece, whispers tales of sultans and star-crossed lovers. Beyond cities, Spain's landscapes dazzle. Dive into Costa Brava's hidden coves, where turquoise waves crash against rust-red cliffs. Or trek Camino de Santiago, a pilgrimage route where every step feels like a prayer. In Tenerife, hike Mount Teide, a volcano so lunar-like NASA trains astronauts here. Prefer winter. Sierra Nevada offers ski slopes with Mediterranean views. And don't miss Mallorca's Serra de Tramuntana, a UNESCO gem where olive groves cling to mountainsides like emerald lace. Now let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget $1,000 to $2,500, pensiones in Sevilla, high-speed trains to Valencia, and tapas so cheap you'll eat like royalty. Time your visit April to June or September to October for festivals like La Tomatina or San Fermin, minus the summer swelter. The gold medal goes to Italy, a land where every cobblestone, coastline and cannoli is a love letter to La Dolce Vita. From ancient ruins to alpine peaks, let's uncover the magic that makes Italy the crown jewel of 2025. Begin in Naples, where pizza was born. Here, wood-fired margaritas burst with San Marzano tomatoes and basil so fresh, it'll ruin takeout forever. Climb to Castel dell'Ovo for Tyrrhenian sea views that'll steal your breath. Next, Rome, the eternal city. Stand where gladiators roared in the Colosseum, sip cappuccino in the morning, and marvel at the Vatican's Sistine Chapel, where Michelangelo's brushstrokes still whisper secrets. Then float to Venice, a sinking masterpiece. Glide through canals in a gondola and feast on lagoon-fresh seafood at markets older than your passport. Art lovers, Florence awaits. The Uffizi's Botticellis glow like Renaissance Instagram, while the Duomo's dome, a Brunelleschi marvel, defies gravity. And yes, the gelato here, Cozy Cremoso, you'll lick the cup. Escape to Cinque Terre, where candy-coloured villages cling to cliffs like stubborn dreams. Hike vineyard trails, then dive into Ligurian waves so blue they'll haunt your screensaver. In the Italian Alps, ski Cortina's powdery slopes or hike the Dolomites Vie Ferret. Iron pathways forged by World War I's soldiers. Prefer La Dolce Lentezza. Lake Como's villas and lemon groves ooze old-world glamour. But Italy's pièce de résistance? The Amalfi Coast. Drive hairpin roads to Positano, where bougainvillea drips over cliffside hotels, or sail to Capri's Blue Grotto, a sea cave so luminous it's like swimming in liquid sapphire. Now let's talk logistics. For a 7-day trip, budget $1,200 to $2,500. Trattoria feasts, regional trains, and aperitivo with views of the Pantheon. Time your visit April to June or September to October to dodge crowds and scorching sun. So, which of these 10 countries will you explore in 2025? There is no reason not to travel this year, even if planning a trip feels overwhelming when the shortcuts got your back. No stress, no guesswork, no anxiety, just pure, unfiltered adventure. Head to fj2travel.com now and see everything we offer. In the meantime, smash that like button if you're hyped for 2025, subscribe for more inspiring guides, and hit the bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, go chase those horizons. Where will FJ2 take you next?